Hope you are enjoying what's not quite summer yet, but it's certainly brighter today than it has been the last few days. Um, I have got some crafting to do today, so I've got some stuff on my desk here that we're going to play with. Before I get to it though, I just want to remind you about my Christmas in July extravaganza, which is going to be happening next month. The details are all on my website. They're also posted on the Facebook page. Spaces are starting to fill up, which is really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. So if you want to get a head start on your Christmas crafting, be sure to check out that information on either my Facebook page or on my website at craftwithemma.co.uk/Christmas in July. And it'd be great to see you there and craft with me. Okay. Hey Ali, how you doing? Actually, just on the Christmas in July, people have been asking if I'm going to run an additional date, which I'm not sure about yet, but some people have asked if I'm going to do it as a postal option, which I am looking into. So watch this space for information about having the class by post if you're not able to attend on the day. So let's jump to today's crafting. So what I was having a look on my shelves and to see which stamp sets I hadn't used yet, and this was one that I picked out of the new catalogue, which I haven't used yet, and I thought I would use today. So it's called Choose Happy. It's a photopolymer stamp set. It's 39 stamps in this one, so there's an awful lot to choose from, and it is one of the million sales achievers. So a lady called Renee Conk. She hit the million in sales, and this was the stamp set that she designed, which is really cool. Hey Shona. So I'm going to use this stamp set, and then I've got some other bits and pieces. Believe it or not, I have been tidying my craft room. I know craft room and tidy, the two terms don't go hand in hand, but I have been trying to do some tidying. And I came across these card blanks, which I made with the new ink colours. So you'll see we've got our Peach Pie, Summer Splash, Shy Shamrock, and Pretty in Pink. Not the Petunia Pop for some reason, but these were the card blanks that I was doing when I was sending out the copies of the new catalogue. And there was a strip of DSP that went down one side, and they're stamped here, you know, love the little things. And these ones I had obviously made and stamped, but then didn't do the strips to go down the side. So I thought I'm going to repurpose these. Nothing goes to waste. And so how can I use these card blanks with this stamp, and which stamp set I was going to pair it with? So I decided to pair it with this one. So I have a couple of ideas in mind, so bear with me. I'm going to start off with, this is to show you how simple stamps can really make a wow and can really pop out. So the one that I want to do here is with this bee stamp, because I think it's just super cute. But rather than doing it directly onto the card, I was going to do it directly onto the card, but actually I think I'm going to use some dies and cut out a die shape first. So these are the Everyday Details dies, and we've got the circle and the rectangles. You've got these really cool pieces as well to do, like punched hole backgrounds. You've got some of them that have got little dots, and then the other ones that have got circles. So my thinking here is probably the largest one. If I did that, yeah, I think this is gonna look good. We're kind of on a Wing It Wednesday kind of day today, if you haven't noticed. But I'm going to start with this die. Let's bring up my cut and emboss machine. Remember, cut and emboss machine has got 10% discount this month, and the die bundles as well. So you know that if you buy the stamp set with the matching dies, you already get a 10% discount. Well, this month you get an extra 10% discount on top of it, which is a really good deal. Now, when I'm cutting out this die, it's a rectangular die. If you put it in head on, just flat to flat, it's not going to cut as well. The best thing to do is to angle it slightly if you can, so that the point goes in. You're going to get more even coverage on your die. So a little tip there for when you're cutting out shapes that have got flat edges. Let's pop that all to one side again. And now I love this die because it's got the holes on both sides. It cuts a cool frame with the holes, but it also cuts a cool shape. and it's the shape that I want here. So that's what I'm going to put. I should also, at some point, I might do it afterwards, but I need to go. I do have a brush somewhere. There is a brush attachment for my Take a Pick tool where you can just brush over and poke out all the holes. I'm not going to spend time doing that just now. Let's just put that to one side. But this is the piece that I'm going to use. So if I think that's going to get positioned there, let's go back to my little bee. And I'm just using Memento black ink with a little trail. Make sure it's properly inked up. We do have re-inkers for the Memento ink. I have had this ink pad for many years now. Maybe it needs a little bit of re-inking. Now, see, I was going to do a second one, but I'm changing my mind actually. Ladies' prerogative to change our mind. One moment. Let's just take a black pen and extend this down. But before I do that, right. Hey Julie, glad you're here. We're just doing some very simple and fun crafting tonight. Nice simple images, nice easy designs. Ooh, do you know what? I'm thinking on my feet here. Let's, clean that off. Right, so again, just use the heart for this stamp set, and then what do you think? Quite like that. I think the bee needs to be coloured in a little just to go with the cardstock. So let's use our peach pie, just using the Stampin' Right marker here rather than the blends. Let's just colour that in to match. Love the little things. Do you know what? Let's colour the heart as well. Colour the whole heart in or just the outline? Hey Jill! Oh, I'm glad Jacob likes it. Let's tell you what, Jacob can have a look at the animals. Which one will I use on the next card? So there's a penguin, there's a bird, there's a bunny. You ask Jacob which stamp he wants me to use on the next one and I'll use it. So, what do we think? Colour in the whole card? Or colour in the whole card? That's fine. I'm very good at following instructions, at least on this channel. My husband would argue that I'm not good at following instructions in other settings, but that's just the way it is. There we go. So now we've got the whole heart coloured in. Penguin next. Good shout. Good shout. Let's finish this off just by that piece that I've done. I'm going to stick on to foam pads. This sheet of foam pads is nearly finished. So I'm using up the edges. Waste not, want not. Don't let any of this go to waste. Peel that bit off the edge. Stick that on. Today is all about quick and easy. There we go. Love the little things. In fact, you know what? I'm going to colour these letters in as well. Just make them bold. Make them really stand out. Now you see, as I'm doing it, so I've coloured the, let's see if I get that up on the camera. So I've coloured the L in. See the next one, if I just do it as dots. If it looks silly, you can tell me and I can colour the whole thing in. But let's try each of the letters doing different textures. So like these ones could be stripes. What do we think? Do we like the different patterns of the letters? Let's make these ones bubbles. There you go. So for the love. See if I hold that up and it should show. Do you like it with the different textures, or do you think all the letters should be solid? You guys have a think about that. Tell me what you think is best, and I will get the next card ready for the penguins. I think we're going to have a circle for this one. Let's get some more white card. Right, penguin cards going to have the shape with the circle. I'm going to put it the other way around. There is some, I was going to say madness to my method, method to the madness. This place has been used slightly less, so sometimes plates where they've been used an awful lot, they can give a little bit of texture to the top of your cardstock, which I don't necessarily want for this project. Sometimes you do want that, but different textures. Thanks, Jilly. All right, so that card will then count as finished. So the different textures of the letters, and our bee with a little love heart. Love the little things. And bees are little things which we love lots and lots. So, penguin. Let's do the penguin next. And my plan here is, did you know that penguins fall in love? And you have girl penguins and boy penguins that fall in love and stay together forever, which is very sweet. So we're not just going to do one penguin, we're going to do two penguins, and our penguins are going to be in love. Because after all, that's what it says on the stamp, isn't it? Love the little things. So this should all be about love. Right, let's get our little penguin dude, make sure properly inked up. Let's just do a wee check on my paper there. Yeah, that looks cool. Right, so let's have penguin 1 here and penguin 2 beside them with the heart in the middle. How about that? Aren't those penguins just the absolute cutest? Hey, Molly, you're here as well. Fabulous. Got the whole Glanville clan. Right, let's pop the penguin back in there. Now, do you think we should colour the heart in? What I was thinking is, if I did this one on my Pretty in Pink card, Let's get my Pretty in Pink pen to do this. And actually, oh, I've had an idea. Because I was just going to colour the heart in Pretty in Pink. But here's a better idea. I've got the pattern papers, the DSP, that match these colours. So let's get the pink paper, and I've got this side that's got lots of little dots on it, which will fit because I've got these dots all around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp with my heart directly onto the patterned paper. And then with my scissors, we're just going to cut around it. So let's cut round. Now, when you're fussy cutting something that's really small and you've got a big bit of paper. The easiest way to do it is to first of all cut away most of the paper so you've just got a little bit. And then the next easiest way to do this is you hold your scissors in the same direction and you move the paper. So do you see how the scissors are always pointing away from me? And it's the paper that turns and moves. And it is a lot easier to do this than to try and move your arm and twist your hand all the way around the paper. So hold your scissors so that the point is always pointing away from you and move the paper round the way where you want it. That is the easiest way to do fussy cutting and to cut out a shape. So let's get another one of my foam pads. I know I finished that first sheet, but don't worry, I've got more here. Let's put, you see that one's too big. Let's cut it in half. We do have mini pads, but they're in a drawer over on the other side of the room. I can't be bothered going to get them. So let's just put a foam pad there. And now let's put our little cute there. Now what we do need though is I'm just going to colour in the penguin's beaks. We're going to do that lovely peach pie colour. Partly because I've still got the pen sitting out on the desk. It just makes life easier. Should we do his feet as well? I think we need to do, penguin's feet need to be that peachy orange shade as well, don't they? There we go. Love the little things. We should colour in the letters again. So this time, do you think textures again like we did last time? Let's do stripes for the first letter. And let's do wavies for the O. We'll do dots for the V. And then let's do up and down lines for the E. There we go. Are we happy with that? With the love with all the different textures? And then let's use more foam guide. Oh, now we should do, I know we've got the thing there, but if we do love the little things, we do have other. So this one, see, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do a be happy because we've got the B word there and the happy along here, but I've already stuck that one down. I haven't stuck this one down, so we could have happy along the bottom there, although we've already got the sentiment. Do you know what? Let's just leave it with a sentiment that's already there rather than trying to complicate things. Sometimes when you complicate things, it becomes too much and they lose some of their focus. So I'm just gonna trim off that tiny little bit there. There we go. So there we go. So we've got our love the little things penguin and our love the little things bees. So I think the next one we're going to do, so I'm going to pick the boat next, But Jilly, if you want to see if Molly or Jacob wants to pick one of the other ones, I'm going to do 2 more cards. I'm going to choose the boat next, and you see if one of the other images you guys would like to do. Let me know which. We've got the flower, the sun, the apple, the bunny, or the bird. But I'm going to start off with the boat. Oh, let's do the boat. And that one I'm going to use with my sea splash. Let's get, I think this time, again, I'm going to use one of the rectangular ones. Just got lots of scraps of card. I'm using up lots of offcuts tonight. Let's put this one through. The bunny, that's fine. We shall do the bunny for the 4th card. I'm going to do the boat first, then I'll do the bunny. But if I'm going to do the bunny, then it needs to have a name. Okay, we need names for the penguin, and we need names for the bunny. In fact, we probably need names for the bee as well. I don't know if the boat needs a name, but we certainly need names for all the animals. So if you can help me out with suggestions of names, that would be really good. Let's see. So I'm going to put this one here. Now, I already have an idea because we've used the heart in both the other cards. So I'm going to use the heart in the other 2 cards too. But wait and see, we're going to do it differently. Let's start off with our boats. Okay. So I've got my die cut shape here. I'm going to start off, move that down a wee bit. There we go. Start off with the boat in the center. And then I'm going to put one on one side and another one on the other side. There we go. The penguin's called Penny. I think that's a fabulous name for a penguin. Although there are 2 penguins. So Penny and Peter. Penny and, well, you guys decide. I won't interfere. Right. I want my pens. There we go. So these are all the in colours, the new in colours that just came out this year. So let's do, so this is the seaside splash. So it's the same colour as my card base. I really do enjoy colouring in. It's very relaxing. Feels very mindful. Percival. Penny and Percival. That's fab. Let's have this one peach shade. Let's make I was telling somebody at work today that I enjoy doing handmade cards and showing other people how easy it is to craft and to make things, and they were quite surprised, but they were a little bit impressed, I think. So there we go. There's our little boats. I like that. Next though, what I'm going to do, I want the ink pad that matches my card, my summer splash, because we've got this heart through all of them. Be the Bee. Oh, that's a good one. So we've got Be the Bee, we've got Penny and Percival, and we still need a name for the bunny, although we haven't actually started using the bunny yet, so maybe we need to see the bunny in action before we can decide whether it's a he or a she, or what sort of name it should have. What I'm just doing just now is we're going to stamp hearts all over our background, just to kind of follow on with the love theme. Now, there's a strange thing. When you're crafting, if you just stamp only on the front of the card, for some reason, it just doesn't look quite right. But if you stamp some of them off the edges, for some reason, it makes it look so much better. So that's what I'm doing here. Let's do it all the way around like that. Now you can see that one, I didn't stamp it properly, so there's a little bit that's just not been done right. But that's okay, because I've got the pen, which means I can just go round the missing bit. Nobody is any the wiser. There we go. So now we've got our hearts all over our background. The colour of ink, so this particular colour, Jilly, is called Summer Splash, and it's one of the new in colours. It does kind of look greeny-ish, but it is more like a blue, like an aqua. So Stampin' Up bring out 5 new colours every year, and these colours that I'm using tonight are the 2024 to 2026 in colours. So these are their newest ones. So Summer Splash is this shade here. So now I'm going to put this, let's get my foam pads again. And this is another sheet that's just coming to the end, so let's use the edges. There's no waste in this household, I can assure you. And let's pull that off. That on to our card. There we go. Right, so now we've got our Love the Little Things with our sea boats, and now, so we've done 3 cards so far. So for our finale, the final one, Rupert the Rabbit. Excellent choice, excellent choice. Let's put Rupert to work and see how we're going to make Rupert shine. So looking at the 2 cards that we've done already, we've got 2 that are with triangle, 2 that are with rectangles, and 1 that's with a circle. So I think this one should again be a circle, and have an idea for this. Let's see. Right. This might be a little daft, but you're just going to have to stick with me, okay? Many of you will know that I am at times quite daft, but we're going to give this a try and see how it works. Okay, let's clear the decks a little bit. I'm going to use this circle. Let's get my cut and emboss machine back up. Now, I'm being really clever here because I've got this offcut from earlier, and I've got this offcut from earlier, but I'm going to put them on top of each other, and I'm going to cut 2 circles at the same time. I am pretty sure, I hope, that these dies will go through 2 layers of card. Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to pass it through in one direction, and pass it through again in the other direction, and yeah, cut it out no problem at all. Nae totherable, as they say. Let's pop that down there. Now I do need to get my pokey tool to poke out the holes, because that's the thing, because I used 2 pieces of card. You noticed on all the other ones I only had single pieces of card and they all just fell out really easily, but I've been cheeky and I've done 2 pieces this time, so there we go. And so, ta-da, as if by magic, 2. Where is my Rupert the rabbit now? Let's get our ink pad. Just doing all of these in black ink and colouring in, because I think that's a nice and easy way to do it. Check that Rupert's okay. Yeah. Right, watch this. Instead of doing Rupert right in the middle of the circle, I'm only going to do his head, part of his body. I'm just going to do that bit, like that. Okay? And then on the other circle, we're just going to do his body and his tail. So now we've got Rupert, who's popping from one hole to another. So his body is inside the hole, inside the water, and then his head's popping up out the other side. What do you think? Do you like that, or does it look daft? Now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering about it. But while you guys decide if you like Rupert in that way, I think for his background, rather than using the hearts, because I did that on the blue one, although I do think Rupert needs a heart here. Maybe that's the way to do this. Let's give Rupert a heart up at the top, like that. But then Rupert's background, because rabbits love nothing more than grass and flowers. Did you know that rabbits really like eating flowers? Let's use the flower stamp to do the background. You love it, Molly. Thank you so much. If you say it's okay, then it must be okay. So I will keep going with that idea then. Right, but let's get some flowers in the background. Let's use this colour. So this one is called Shy Shamrock. It's a really nice bright green. And let's do the flowers all over. And do you know what? This time I'm going to show you what it looks like if you just stamp on the inside of the card. And you can see I'm moving it each time so that I've got different positions of the flowers, like that. But if I just do it like that, I mean, it looks okay, but you see how that one looks better? So if I take it from this and I just add some flowers that go off the edges, all of a sudden it just looks a lot better. It's weird, just makes it look more finished. See? All of a sudden that just looks better by having some partial ones. So let's colour in. I think we need to have a green heart for this one, Shy Shamrock. But we are going to colour in Rupert's ears because bunnies have pink insides to their ears. So we need to make sure we do that. Go. What do you think? Do you think he needs a pink tail as well? I think his bunny tail should be pink as well. Do you know what? Let's just do it. go. So now we've got Rupert with his head popping out of one hole and his tummy inside. Right, where's my foam pads? Pop these up. There we go. So there is our Rupert the rabbit popping out of the hole, coming to see us and say hello. And there we have it. So those are our cards for this evening that we've made. So that has been done using the Choose Happy stamp set from the new catalogue. And we started off with the bee, and that's in the pumpkin, not in the pumpkin pie, peach pie. Peach pie? Peach, yeah, it is peach pie. In the peach pie shade. And then we had our penguins, Penny and Percival, with their little love heart between them. Next up we did our rowboats, our sailboats, with the love in the background. And then last but definitely not least, Rupert the rabbit, popping his head out of the burrow to say hello. Which one do you like best? Which is your favourite? Are you a fan of the bees, a fan of the penguins, fan of the rabbits, a fan of the sailboats, or do you like all of them? Let me know which ones you like best. And that's all I've got for you tonight. So I hope you have enjoyed that. As always, if you're inspired to make any creations, then please do share them with me. I love to see the stuff that you make. If you've got any questions about any of the items that I've used tonight, then do get in touch. And if you've got any questions about the Christmas in July class, either to attend in person or to get it through the post, then just drop me a message. The information's all on my Facebook page or my website, and I'm more than happy to help. All right, take care everyone. Bye.